Okay, ladies and gents, welcome to yet another Asian robot build. Today I'm going to be talking about the Shaolin wounding fist build. You heard me right. Okay, let's talk about it. So, start out with Chaos and Entropy. Alright, these are your carnivore strikers. You've got a Berserker cell and an Aetheric cell right inside here. Your special is going to be your Adamant Bolt. Alright, you've got your Cyclonic Strike Plate. Alright, now Echo Brace Driver does more damage, just so you know. But I like to have the Tempest form going for longer. So, yeah, Cyclonic Strike Plate is basically my thing. And Hands of Dawn, alright, is your Rezakiri Bond. There are some interesting thoughts about using the Volumers, but I haven't tested it yet. Alright. You'll be using your Discipline Omnicell. Why? Because it gives you a special punch that is awesome. Your Koshai Lantern will give you the lifesteal you need, okay, as well as an Aetheric Attunement cell being loaded in here. Now, you've got your Gnasher Cap with Tenacious Tough, standard for almost all these builds. Draft Scale Plate with Aetheric Attunement Tenacious cell, okay. You've got your Chrono Grips with a Toughness cell. And last but not least, you've got Thrax's Guile with a Pulse cell, okay. Overall, what this build will give you is very interesting and very cool. Alright, hang on. Let me just remove my cam for a second. You've got Aetheric Attunement +6, which helps you use your Koshai's Bloom as and when needed. You've got +6 Cunning, which makes your critical hits very strong. You've got +6 Pulse for more critical damage, and every 5th hit is going to be a guaranteed critical strike. This is useful. Tenacious. Alright. 2% bonus damage. With this build, you've got 1,300 hit points. 1,450 hit points. So that's a 28% baseline damage bonus. You've got Toughness for increased healing and increased 500 max health. Acidic is how you will wound with these strikers, and Berserker is just to help out with your damage. Okay? Now you might think, what the fuck? Why would you even have wounding strikers? Well, I'm about to show you why. For those of you that want to see the combat showcase, don't forget to, that don't want to see the combat showcase, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I mean, you may have already seen me run this on Twitch, but if you want to, you can also drop a tip using the link in the description of my video. It's up to you. You don't have to if you don't want to. Okay, but come on, let's go see the combat showcase. I'm gonna show you how this works. We'll go straight to Thunderwatch because no sense in wasting time. This was also the build that I used for the heroic escalation to complete it multiple times, although we didn't get to Malkurion. But that's just due to experience problems. But yes, this is basically the build that I was using for it. It works swimmingly, and you don't have to sweat it too much. You still do have to sweat it, roughly. A lot. But you don't have to sweat it too much, okay? Alright, I'm kidding. Let's go. And if you do hear a bit of the whirring in the background, that is due to my mom vacuuming. I'm sorry. I'll put on some chill lo-fi. See if that might help a little bit. She vacuums at this time every day, but I've got no other time to shoot my videos, so. Yeah, that should help. Okay, so here we are in Dauntless. Dauntless. Okay, here we go. Wounding Striker build. Booyah. You can start off with a hit from your thingamabob if you want to. What I'll usually do is I'll bait the Nezaga to do that. This was just... Then I use my Discipline Punch. If it doesn't go in your favor, don't worry about it. I like to use the Koshais as a guaranteed escape. Now, unfortunately, this is probably not a great creature to showcase the wounding build because it's got awkward hitboxes. As we all know, the Nezaga has fucking weird hitboxes. Doesn't really help that, it does wonky shit, but that's okay. What is important is that, irrespective of whether it does wonky shit or not, that you get a chance to see all this in action. There you go, there you go. See? Wounded. And once you wound, that's when shit gets fun. And you can heal yourself up with the Koshai's lantern, so again, it's not a problem. Alright, it's up to you. It's easy, fairly easy to wound with this build, so... I wouldn't say it's as effective as the pike, but it just gives you some fun options. And if you do die, you've got the Chrono Lantern to provide for you. So why sweat it? You can just beat up whatever creature comes your way. Death will not be a problem. I mean, considering this was my first beast, can't really complain. There you go, it's dead. So, again, you can wound with this. Now, sorry it was the Nezaga. Hopefully I get something a little better. But don't forget, that was a level 8 Nezaga, was it? Versus level 1 strikers. So, keep in mind that if you were to fight something around your level, you'd pretty much butcher that thing. Okay, so again, these builds are always, like, when we do the combat showcase, we're always in a disadvantageous position. And that should be natural, because your build should be able to handle extremes. Alright, here we go. Level 11 Sharog. Let's try this. So ideally you want to focus on one part with this build, which should be the head, usually, because you're fighting that first. But if you can't quite get the head, I completely understand. Just use what you have to. Like, don't be silly in a combat situation where, like, I must get the head. No. Look, if you can't, you can't. Just no one's gonna judge you for it. But you will wound fairly easily, and then when you do, that's when the fun begins. Now 15% lifesteal isn't a lot, which is why you rely on your Chrono War. If you do get into a serious, terrible situation from which there is no escape, please, please, please rely on your Chrono War shit. Okay, there's no shame in that. Again, these terrible situations do not occur under normal circumstances. Normally, you'd be quite fine. Okay, but if you do die, sometimes it's smarter to die so that you can get your shielding up, and then you just enjoy that burst of security for a little bit. Okay, there we go. Because don't forget, Discipline reduces your healing received as well, which is why this build can be considered to be difficult in that way. It's not always like smart, but you can still see the effectiveness of this. I'm able to wound creatures that were... Now keep in mind, I only just got to level 2 on the strikers. That was versus at level 11 Sharog with these level 1 strikers, and you still didn't have a problem. You still didn't die horribly. I mean, you will die, but Chronivore is there to pick your ass up. So again, if you're doing normal leveling, if you're doing just normal leveling, you will not have a problem. Okay, you will not have a problem engaging 90% of these crazies. Okay, we've got another Nezaga. Now against this guy, as tempting as it is to use Discipline, I actually prefer to use my normal stuff, my normal boop, because on the Nezaga it's more effective that way. I love my Discipline boop, but you know, sometimes you should be using that for the physical stuff instead. If I think he's gonna do something funny, or you know, if I think I'm gonna have to deal with something like that, I'll just I'll just go around instead. This is actually playing properly. Like, in general, you wouldn't want to just deny yourself that power. Although sometimes what'll happen is that you have to fucking deal with things going completely wonky, which does happen, sadly, fairly often. Also, if you do get hit by electrical currents, no problem. As you can see, nice, easy peasy. That's literally what it's for, so, you know. There you go, done. And you end up back at, like, almost full health. So, the damage output from this is quite intense. You don't usually have to worry about it. Will you die? Yeah, but you can just rewind time, so why worry, right? Okay, so I hope that this little build gives you a very interesting playstyle. Enjoy the Shaolin Wounding Fist. If you guys want to like, share, and subscribe, you can do it right now. Don't forget to also drop a tip if you feel like it, alright? Your spare change will help me live and basically keep my content going. So thank you very much if you decided to do that, and I'll see you all